Hi all, welcome to this talk. Australia is one of the most favorite destinations for international students for higher education. Quality education, relatively decent weather, potential for permanent residency, safe and high quality living. These are some of the many factors that make Australia a very attractive destination to students from all over the world. I'm sure you have seen many resources about how to get admission or how to choose an institution of higher learning, but there are some important aspects of studying here that are probably better explained in a brief session like the one I'm going to run now. After you land in Australia, arguably the most important question is what should you do in the first 1 week? Before I go into the details, I'd like to say briefly a few things about myself. Like many of you watching, I also came to Australia as an international student many years ago, finished my studies, made Australia my home, and have been working here ever since. Please watch the video until the end. I will appreciate any feedback since that will make me produce better content next time. If you think this video has been helpful to you, please like. And I want to stay connected with you, so please subscribe. Now back to our discussion points. What should you do in the first 1 week? On your first day, you are probably highly jet lagged and definitely homesick. So make sure you have a proper rest, preferably a long sleep. Do not forget to eat your meals in between, although it is highly likely your homesickness may deter your willingness to eat. Now, from your second day, you need to think about a few things that will actually help you survive better in this country. First and foremost, learn about the safety issues. So if you get out of your accommodation, make sure you have 3 things on you all the time: your house keys, your wallet, and your mobile phone, because without any of them you could be in trouble. Make sure you have the contact details that are always helpful for you. For example, if you have any close friend or relative, or the High Commission or Embassy or Consulate of your home country, should you require any assistance from them. Now, before you leave your apartment or accommodation, make sure all the electric switches, ironing machines, and stoves are turned off. Another important thing is update your address with the Department of Immigration, and you can do it online. If you go to the website of the department, you can do it easily. Another important thing is do not share your address with anyone unknown without a purpose. What I mean is, if you are at the university or if you are at the bank, of course you might have to share your address. But if you are approached by some random person on the street and who asks for your address, do not just share it with them. Another helpful idea is read the safety tips from the police of the state where you reside. Say, for example, if you live in Sydney, you are actually living in New South Wales, you should read the safety tips from the New South Wales police. If you are in Melbourne, for example, you should read the safety tips from the Victoria police. And below in the comment section, I have actually added some of those links, so don't worry about trying to find them. Next thing you should consider is going to the university or institute where you have enrolled to complete the enrollment process and update your address. Ask them at the time of your enrollment what orientation program they will organize for newcomers like you, and you should attend those. The orientation programs are really helpful, and I'm talking from my experience. I actually found them quite helpful when I was a student. So not only they offer much needed guidance about studying here, but also about the local customs. They also give you a unique opportunity to network with other students. A lot of them are from many other countries like you, so it's a good, take the opportunity to network with them, take the opportunity to introduce yourself to them and get to know them. Another thing you should do is check with your university or institute whether you have to confirm this enrollment to the Department of Immigration or they will do it for you. Second thing is you should open a bank account. Now, for safety and convenience, you should actually open a bank account. Traveling everywhere with a lot of cash in the pocket is definitely not safe and definitely not a smart thing to do, especially when you have a bank who can give you the safety and convenience. There are many banks in Australia to choose from, so you can open your account with any of them. If you want, you can ask your friends, or you can just do a Google search to get an idea which bank might be the most convenient for you. Now, if you show your student ID to the banks, I believe they all will waive your account keeping fees, the monthly account keeping fees. Now, that's a good saving for you, because even though you might think it's not a very big amount, but if you include the cost with many other costs, it's actually a good thing to have those fees waived. Now, after you have opened a bank account, be very careful about one thing. If you receive a call from anyone saying that they are from the bank and they're asking for your date of birth or PIN number or account number, most likely that is a hoax. So do not share any of your details with them. It is not uncommon to be conned by fraudsters here. The next thing is, if you have not already done so, get a local mobile phone number. Store all important numbers on your mobile phone. And it is also a good idea to email all your important contact numbers to your personal email ID. In case you have lost your mobile phone, you can still retrieve it from your email ID. Next thing I would say is apply for a tax file number or a TFN. Now, many overseas students who come to Australia prefer to work, and normally overseas students are allowed to work part-time while studying full-time. If you want to work here, you will be required to pay your tax on your earnings. Normally, it is the employer who transfers the tax from your wages or your salary directly to the Australian tax office. So all employers will ask you for a tax file number when you start looking for a job. If you can apply, you can actually apply for a tax online. It's very easy. I have also added a link to the Australian tax office in the comments section. Now, there are some must do tasks yourself, which you definitely need to be very careful to make sure to do those. First one is presenting yourself. So, first impression counts, and that's true wherever you go. Make sure you have a proper shower before you leave home, and use a proper antiperspirant or a deodorant or a perfume. Iron your clothes properly. People here take these things very seriously, and they will appreciate if you present yourself in a nice way, and it will also increase your confidence. Make sure you have a few helpful things, and these are: you need to have a good backpack, you need to have a lunch box, a water bottle, an umbrella, and a jumper or a light jacket. Now, make sure that this backpack is large enough to carry a laptop and 1 or 2 textbooks and a water bottle. Australia is a continent, and the weather varies from area to area, from region to region. However, the weather can be very treacherous. You might see that it's very hot in the morning, but in the afternoon it can be raining or it can be very cold. So having an umbrella and a light jacket can be helpful in such cases. Also, if you carry your own home cooked lunch or snacks and a water bottle, you will save significant amount of money down the track. Just to give you an example, if you spend an average of $15 in eating outside because you don't want to take homemade food, then on a 2-year stay in Australia, you are actually spending almost $11,000 just on your food. Yes, I have done the numbers. So if $15 per day, and there are 365 days a week, and multiply this by 2, the figure is actually $10,950, which is almost $11,000. Now, of course, there are special occasions when you want to eat outside. You should enjoy that. But do you really want to do it on a daily basis? You need to ask this to yourself. Outside of these, you should follow some social norms. Now, it's very difficult to define social norms in a video like this or in an article. However, there are some common sense principles that you should follow. For example, don't touch anyone. In Australia, people don't touch anyone. So if you want to draw someone's attention, so you can say, "Excuse me, can I help?" Or if you see that person is talking to someone, you might want to wait in the queue, and obviously you can talk to them later on, but do not touch anyone. Second thing is, don't shout at anyone. If you are upset with anything in a shop or in an organization, you can always speak up gently. You can ask them that you want to talk to their manager, or you can express your dissatisfaction, but do not shout at anyone. And third thing is, do not get too close to anyone. What I mean is, don't get into someone's personal space, maintain a distance. And because of COVID, you are probably already maintaining a distance. So I hope you found this video useful. And another thing I'd like to remind you, because of the ongoing COVID restrictions, a lot of these things may not be relevant to you just yet, but once this COVID is over, and I'm sure we are not far from that, all these tips will be helpful. So make sure you familiarize with this guidance that I have given you, and take it easy. I'm sure you will do well. There are thousands of students like you who come to Australia every year, and they go through the same process. In my next video, I will cover what you should do in your second week, and wish you good luck. Have a nice day and nice experience in Australia. Thank you.